The Sandown Cup was the 5th race, and the Kiwis yet again, with Dwain and Fountain Court providing the Quinella result here. Dwain was very well ridden by Harry White. He was awkwardly placed on the turn out of the straight, trapped a little wide there. You'll notice him in the red colours, and he's pulling a bit fiercely. White just let him slide up into second place, and he dashed clear at the home turn. Fountain Court equally well ridden by Noel Harris. He was given the run of the race. You'll notice on the outside turning out of the straight, that'll be Dwain. It's a good staying performance, this.
Booted up hard and no peer on the outside. Allez Bijou's also gone towards the leaders from Dwain. Now it's a packing field the first time up the straight. Nothing really wanting to lead, and Allez Bijou's eventually in front from out wide Lanisa. Fountain Court on the rails with Nostradamus and No Peer, and Deb's mate's gone up now about 4th from Dwain Millawar. Then Veloso, Triumphal March the rails, followed by Chagamar. Then back behind them is Toujours Mio with Just a Dash, Lost Valley on the rails, Hazard's Command, Wholesome and Boktasan last. 1800 to go as they went out of the straight now, and Deb's mate got to the lead from Dwain out 3 deep. They were followed Allez Bijou on the rails, Lanisa the centre. Wonder Fountain Court, who's tucked in on the rails 5th, and Nostradamus outside it. Wonder Veloso and a half to No Peer, 2 lengths Triumphal March Millawar, a couple of lengths Chagamar and Lost Valley, 2 to Just a Dash. 2 lengths to Toujours Mio, 1 to Hazard's Command, 2 further back in the field, Wholesome, and 3 lengths to Boktasan. 1400 out down the back. Deb's mate in front, a little over a length to Dwain pulling. A length to Allez Bijou and 1 to Lanisa. On the rails, 5th is Fountain Court at its girth, Nostradamus, and then 1 to Veloso, a length and a half, No Peer. 1 and a half, 2 Triumphal March on the inside of Millawar, 2 lengths Chagamar, Lost Valley, 2 to Just a Dash, and then Toujours Mio, Hazard's Command, Wholesome and Boktasan. With 1100 to go, and Deb's mate out a length and a half now, still to Dwain and Allez Bijou. There's been no change. 4th Lanisa, 5th Fountain Court, 6th Nostradamus, and then 7th Veloso. Triumphal March out off the fence, moving around the outside of No Peer, and then Lost Valley, Millawar, Chagamar. Further back, Just a Dash to Toujours Mio, Hazard's Command near the rear with Boktasan at Wholesome. Down the hill, 750 to go. Deb's mate, 3 parts to Dwain. Lanisa pulled out 3 deep. Allez Bijou looking for the run. Nostradamus moving up on the outside. Fountain Court badly needing a run. A length Triumphal March. Veloso being hard ridden, and No Peer pushing up in the centre from Just a Dash. On the corner, Deb's mate joined by Dwain, Lanisa. Fountain Court trying to get between them. Nostradamus to the outside with Triumphal March, and then Veloso. With 300 to go, Dwain just got his head in front of Lanisa and Deb's mate. Fountain Court under the whips pushing through. Then came Triumphal March the outside, but Dwain dashed to the lead. No Peer is struggling. It's Dwain clear of Fountain Court, Triumphal March, and then Hazard's Command, and Dwain's going to run them off their legs, I think. Fountain Court getting going near the line, but too late, and Dwain's won it. Half a length to Fountain Court. Close for third. Maybe Allez Bijou might have got third.
He certainly is a big race jockey, Harry White. Another cup success there on Dwain. The outsiders had it between them in the welter handicap, race 6, with Sender Burglar and Todd Wilkes. So joint leaders at the home turn, and a desperate finish this, with Bill Collins just going the wrong way in the bob of heads.
Half length further back, then came Benny the Tsar. Twig on the rails from Tilapia, and Woking further back, and Idaho's Gift pulled out, but a long way off the lead. 300 to go. Todd Wilkes clear. Sender Burglar's tackling it, feeling fit, can't go on. Benny the Tsar struggling. Sender Burglar's going better than anything at the moment. Raced up to Todd Wilkes. They're well clear of Benny the Tsar, feeling fit, and then Nitro Lad. Sender Burglar put his head in front of Todd Wilkes with about 100 to go, and Sender Burglar's coming away to win. Sender Burglar struggling a bit on the line. Todd Wilkes coming at him again. Oh, I think Todd Wilkes has got up and won this again. I think Todd Wilkes might have got up and won again, and nose to Sender Burglar. Maybe Nitro Lad third from...
Couldn't blame Bill Collins for that call. I've had a few looks at that film, and the photo was quite amazing, going to Sender Burglar over Todd Wilkes. The 7th event was the G.J. Cole Stakes, and Mick Dittman produced one of his classic rides to score here on Vivacity. You'll notice him at the home turn in blue and gold colours, well back, in front of only a couple of runners, and watch him weave his way through the field. That's him actually last in the gold cap there.
Then Galleon Mighty Supremo. Mr. Ziesel took a narrow lead in the straight from He's a Hayes. Torbeck coming at them from Bow Mistress the outside, and then Bren Lane. Mr. Ziesel tackled by Torbeck and Bow Mistress. Torbeck put his head in front. Bow Mistress trying to get at him on the outside. Here's Vivacity getting up on the fence. Torbeck the leader now. Vivacity's pegging him back rapidly, and Vivacity's finishing too well. Vivacity hits the front and wins it from Torbeck, 3 parts of a length. Third close, Bow Mistress or Sports Rule of the outside.
An inspired ride there from Dittman to bring Vivacity from second last at the home turn to score decisively on the line. The final event was the John Riley handicap, and this is 3 wins to the Hughes stable and a double to Craig Dinn when Solinus Love scoots away just after straightening. She was getting a bit tired at the finish, but still had enough in hand to hold off Green Talk.
Up on the fence, Vic Talker running on fairly, and Cell Talk to the outside from Green Talk and Painted. Solinus Love a long way in front at the 300, about 4 lengths clear. From in second placing Natalie's Pride, the leader stopping a little bit. Vic Talker running on fairly with Green Talk. Inside the 200, Solinus Love still about 3 or 4 lengths in front. On the outside, Green Talk starting to cut it down rapidly from Vic Talker, and then Newack. But Solinus Love in front near the line, and it'll win. A half length to Green Talk. Newack got up for third placing just in front.
Very cold ride there from Craig Dinn, who's a promising apprentice, and he'll be at Bundamba on Thursday for the apprentices invitation race. The double and treble information now from Sandown. Firstly, the double, 5 and 8, paid $47.70. A huge treble dividend because of the win of outsider Mr. Ironclad in the first leg. The numbers, 9, 5 and 8, paid $17,889.95. And the extra double from Sandown, 16 and 6, paid $265.20. How it was, because he showed blistering speed from the barrier. Glenn Killen kept him going around the home turn. He's just inclined to wobble a little bit there, not surprisingly in view of his inexperience, but he just had enough in reserve to hold off Rod's Regret, which made a desperate lunge in the final 20 metres or so to make it quite a thrilling finish in the end. But really all the way it looked like the plunge was going to come off. Whishane Myth, you'll see him spear to the lead soon after the start, and he leads comfortably.
Began well, and Chip Penny is showing a lot of speed with Whishane Myth driving through, and at the end of a couple of 100 metres, Whishane Myth took the lead from Chip Penny with Hasty Idea third. A half length away Arch Sovereign, and then Rod's Regret from Mavis Bell, Bell's Shadow, another prowler. Midfield Prospect Ridge as they travel down the side, followed by Prince Frolic, and then Incredible Silver. Nuclear Blaze a long way back with Foreshadow, who's back towards the tail enders, and Royal Tiffany, and one of the last Jewel and Prince as they turn for home. 350 metres left to go, and Whishane Myth kicked away is more than 2.5 lengths in front of Hasty Idea, who's under the whip. Arch Sovereign battling on the outside, then Rod's Regret and Chip Penny. It's Whishane Myth in front with 150 to go. Arch Sovereign running on with Rod's Regret, but Whishane Myth in front, getting tired. Rod's Regret coming hard now. The post looming up. Whishane Myth just in front as they hit the line. It's close. Maybe Whishane Myth from Rod's Regret, who made a late lunge. Arch Sovereign third from Bell Shadow.
The favourite Hasty Idea had every chance, and she's now to spell, won't appear until the new year. The second was the Fanta Graduation Stakes, and a top-staying performance here from Power Pack, and a beautiful ride from Graham Cook, who excels over middle-distance journeys. He rode Power Pack beautifully to run down the leader, King Chablon, who made a bold bid to lead throughout. The favourite Auspieler drops back to last early, but I thought she was a little disappointing in the straight. Never really a winning threat to finish 6th.
Belconda's making ground with Proper Job and Magic Cobbler out wide, and then Power Pack, Rang a Mac and Double Veet coming across. Pause on the rail, a touch worse than midfield in front of Ski Jumper, and then Mary State's Secret Orders. Rewriter dropped out to second last, and the favourite Auspieler is at the tail of the field. 1,700 to go, and King Chabalon went to the lead by 2.5 lengths. Bengali Bitter with Startwell King and Nickaway third. A length and a half Proper Job, who's fourth on the rail, and then Credit Balance on the outside of Power Pack, nicely placed on the fence. Belconda's 3 wide as they go to the 1,500, with Rangamak pushing up in the centre. A break of 3 lengths then to Magic Cobbler on the outside of Poor, and then 2 to Double Veet from Ski Jumper. Auspieler making ground now fourth last on the outside of Secret Orders from Rewrite, and Mary State had dropped to the rear. 1,200 to go, and King Chabalon where he likes to be in front. He shows the way by 2.5 lengths. Bengali Bitter second, Startwell King third. Proper Jobs moving up to fourth on the outside of Power Pack, and then Credit Balance trapped a little wide on the 1,000-metre bend. Belconda's asked to make ground now. A length and a half Rang Mac, and then Poor on the rail. Wonder Magic Cobbler from Ski Jumper, Double Veet going forward. Another 2 lengths away, Auspieler, who's ridden along at this stage in front of Rewrite from Secret Orders, and Mary State under the whip at the tail of the field as King Chabalon snuck away, approaching the 600. He's burst away to be 5 in front. Startwell King second. Proper Jobs running up on the outside. Bengali Bitter under the whip on the rail. Then Belconda, Power Pack angling off the fence from Credit Balance, Rangamac Poor, with Double Veet, Magic Cobbler further back as they turn the corner. 400 out. Has King Shabalon pinched it? He's 4 in front. Startwell King battling on, then Belconda. Power Pack going back to the rail, followed by Proper Job. King Shabalon in front at the 200. He's shortening stride now. Belconda and Power Pack are trying to reach him. King Shabalon the leader. Power Pack's looking the danger. He's coming fast, Power Pack. He's gone to King Shabalon. He took the lead, and Power Pack drawing away wins the money. Power Pack beat King Shabalon. Belconda third, a big run. Then Magic Cobbler. Our Spieler flew home but got 2.
The opposition wasn't strong, but Power Pack's effort, I thought, was above average. I think he'll win his way through the classes. The third was the Diet Coke Graduation. It went to Swift Avon. She was a little easy in the market. Blew out to start 16-1. Nicely ridden by Alan Arnold. He gave her the run of the race, and she was much too strong in the straight. This is a pretty impressive performance. Todd Victory battles on well. In fact, just after they straightened, he did look the winner. Star practice from his wide barrier really never got on the track, so his effort to finish not far from the place getters was sound.
Quickly with Fairy Lady, and they lead early. From Drum Rum and Todd Victory, Challenger Trench and Star Practice Satellite to make ground. He's 5th on the first turn. Swift Avon on the rail on the inside of Kinchild, and then a break to the suitor from Our Sierra Court, Plum Lucky. A length away Southern Pulse from Music Maestro Gusty Guy. A break of 4 to Swerve. Blue Sector second last, and Mondora dropped out to the rear. 600 metres left to go. Star Practice moved up 3 wide to join McMonty in the centre. Fairy Lady on the rail. Drum Rum a length away 4th, then 2 to Todd Victory, followed by Challenger Trench, Kinchild, Swift Avon. The suitor and Plum Lucky hooked very wide from Our Sierra Court and Gusty Guy as they turn the corner. 350 out. Fairy Lady tackled by Star Practice. McMonty under pressure between them. Todd Victory getting up on the rail. The split coming for Swift Avon, and here's Kinchild. 200 to go. Plenty of chances. Todd Victory went to the lead. Tackled by Swift Avon. Swerve getting right up along the rail, and then the suitor. Swift Avon went to the lead from Todd Victory. Swift Avon in front of Todd Victory, close to home, and Swift Avon wins. Swift Avon beat Todd Victory. The suitor or Swerve for third.
Nice ride there from Alan Arnold to score on Swift Avon. The fourth was the Sprite Transition, and Mayo Star gave Graham Cook a winning double. It was a muddling run race, and Cook summed up the situation perfectly at the home turn. He hustled Mayo Star around the outside and dashed clear about the 250 metres, and was just too strong for Phasalis, who made a bold bid to pick up the leader in the final 200 metres.
Phasalis came out quickly, but he's beaten for pace early. In Smoke and White Caps out wide are both going quickly, with Librella moving up to third and Vanguard after a slow beginning 4th. Then Bold Chapel going through in the centre on the outside of Phasalis, a length away Prince Console, and a break of 3 lengths to Ransack and Mayo Star together at the rear. 1,100 metres left to go, and In Smoke tackled by White Caps in the centre, and Librella, who's gone up 3 wide, and they're having a great tussle for the lead. A length away Vanguard moving up quickly, and then Prince Console, who's set a light on the outside. He's racing around them 3 wide. Bold Chapel in the centre, 2 lengths away for Salis, a half to Mayo Star, and another 2 lengths to Ransack at the tail of the field, past the 800, and Prince Console out 3 wide. It moved up to join Librella in the centre. White Caps on the fence, a break of 2 lengths to In Smoke, now getting the run of the race. Bold Chapel further out, and then Mayo Star, followed by Phasalis. Vanguard shuffle back to second last, and Ransack whipped them in as they come to the turn. 400 to go, and Librella went to the lead, a length over Prince Console, hard ridden. Then White Caps on the rail, followed by Mayo Star coming into it. Phasalis and In Smoke down the outside. Mayo Star's the one at the 300. He's gone to Librella, and they're fighting it out. Phasalis is running on now. Mayo Star in front at the 200. Now Phasalis is coming after him. It's Mayo Star the leader. Phasalis trying hard from In Smoke, but Mayo Star is clear. Cook riding hands and heels. Now he pulls the whip, and Mayo Star's too good. Mayo Star wins. Phasalis second. In Smoke's run third.
Yes, he was too good, Mayo Star, and I think he'll win again in open class in the coming weeks. We'll take a break now in Sports Scene and come back and have a look at races 5 to 8, including that since now to race 5 from Eagle Farm yesterday. It was the Queensland Cup. A sensational sequel to this event. The riders were all summoned to the stewards' room and read the riot act by the chairman of stewards, Mr. Andy Tyndall. I think the criticism was justified. They showed an abysmal lack of judgment in the middle part of the race to allow Pan Gold and Chance Always to get completely out of touch. The class of these stars going around in the Cup yesterday wasn't such that they could concede up to 20 lengths from about the 800 metres and expect to make up that leeway. We'll have a look just after the start. You'll notice the outsider Apeo dislodges Owen Coogan. That certainly didn't help some of the riders. With a riderless horse mixed up in the field, it certainly did put them in 2 minds. But just keep your eye on about 50 metres after the start, about midfield, you'll notice Apeo dip and dislodge young Coogan.
Payo's lost the rider shortly after the start. The boy's been tipped on the turf, and Payo is riderless at the tail of the field, with Rock Show last of the main bunch. Margarita Miss and Zama Zephyr a long way back. Pan Gold's gone to the lead as they run down the side the first time with 2,800 metres left to go by a length and a half over Chance Always, with a break of 3 to Grey Zone. Another 3 lengths away Wrong Page, and then 2 to Brown Cobbler on the inside of Spander. 2 lengths away Silver Hastings, a half to Concord Stage and 2 to Dicey. A half Ruxton Miss, and then the riderless Payo moving up on the outside. Wrong Page is 4th last around Ormiston from Zama Zephyr, and Margarita Miss had dropped out to the rear. 2,400 metres left to go as they round the turn on the first occasion, and there's not a great deal of pace on, where the leader is Pan Gold. He shows the way 2.5 lengths to Chance Always, with a similar margin to Grey Zone 3rd. The riderless Payo still moving up on the outside. Wrong Page 4th on the rail, and then Spander around Brown Cobbler. A length and a half Concord Stage from Silver Hastings, and then Dicey Ruxton Miss. Rock Show is still 4th last on the outside of Ormiston, 2 lengths to Zama Zephyr, and 3 to Margarita Miss at the tail of the field. Payo riderless has raced up with Pan Gold as they make the turn out of the straight with short of 2,000 metres left to go. And Pan Gold on top by a length over Chance Always. They've raced away. They're 8 lengths in front of Grey Zone. A length and a half to Wrong Page. Then Brown Cobbler on the rail. 2 lengths away Spander. Then 2.5 to Silver Hastings from Concord Stage, who's racing on the outside of Dicey from Ruxton Miss Ormiston. Rock Show still 3rd last in front of Zama Zephyr, and 3 lengths to Margarita Miss at the rear. They've gone halfway, and with 1,600 metres left to go, the leader Pan Gold by a length and a half over Chance Always. They're 10, 15 lengths in front of Grey Zone, who's got the task of bringing the field up to these tearaway leaders. Then Wrong Page leaving the rail. Rock Show and Ormiston both making fast moves on the outside from Brown Cobbler. Spander on the rail from Ruxton Miss, 2 lengths to Silver Hastings. Then Concord Stage from Dicey Zama Zephyr, and Margarita Miss at the tail of the field. The riderless Payo in front as they go to the top turn with 1,000 to go, as Chance Always took the lead now. He swept a length and a half clear of Pan Gold. They're still 12 lengths in front of Wrong Page. Have this leading pair pinched it. Ormiston's run up to be 4th. Then the Rock Show and Grey Zone, followed by Brown Cobbler out wide in front of Spander, Ruxton Miss. A break to Silver Hastings from Concord Stage, Zama Zephyr. Dicey's dropped back to 2nd last, and Margarita Miss was last. Chance Always in front at the 600, but Pan Gold on the inside again moving through to join it. The riderless Payo in front of Pan Gold might be hampering that horse. 10 lengths away Wrong Page, then Grey Zone. Rock Show pulled to the outside, followed by Spander, Ruxton Miss and Ormiston as they turn. 350 out. Chance Always and Pan Gold are fighting it out. 4 lengths away Grey Zone, then Wrong Page. Rock Show under pressure. It's between Chance Always and Pan Gold. It's been a 2-horse race. Pan Gold on the inside and Chance Always. They're going stride for stride with the riderless Payo between them. Chance Always and Pan Gold. Chance Always, Pan Gold. They hit the line. It's very close and hard to line up. The riderless horse between them. Chance Always or Pan Gold in a thrilling finish. Grey Zone or Spander 3rd. Then
I think enough has been said about the riding displays in that, but full marks to Ron Goltz and Morris Logue, who rode the first 2 place getters, particularly Logue. It was his 2nd feature event in Brisbane this year. He won the 4X Cup in July on Lord Seaman, so certainly Queensland's been a happy hunting ground for Morris Logue. The 6th event was the first novice, and Kirksong, nicely ridden by Billy Moore, slices through on the inside and switches around the leader about 100 metres out to go on to score well, starting at 8 to 1. Kauru Kylie given every chance by Lyle Appo, favoured by that inside draw, and she really was looking like the winner when they straightened, but Kirksong was too strong.
Punching through in the centre, ahead of Smart Guy. Space Appeal 2nd last, and Staines are had dropped out to the rear. Off the turn at the 900, and Blythe Boy raced up wide to go to the lead by a length over Kauru Kylie. A length away Noble Jewel, who's 3rd but wide on the outside of Grand Thunder. A half length smooth as Satin. A length away Smart Guy midfield, and then 1 to Kirksong on the rail. On the inside of Stars and Crowns, Pathfinder Force is 3rd last. Space Appeal 2nd last, and Staines are absolute as they travel onto the turn. 450 out. Kauru Kylie using the inside. Join Blythe Boy again as they straighten up, and they've kicked away. They're 3 lengths in front of Smooth as Satin. Grand Thunder on the outside, then Kirksong and Smart Guy. Kauru Kylie and Blythe Boy, they're fighting it out at the 200-metre mark. Kauru Kylie on the inside and Blythe Boy, they're both under the whip. Kirksong's the danger. He's coming at the pair of them. Kauru Kylie broke clear, but Kirksong's finishing hard. Kirksong coming at Kauru Kylie. He's going home the better. He grabbed the front and Kirksong won. Kirksong beat Kauru Kylie. Staines are from last ran 3rd.
Seventh event was the Playground and Recreation Welter. Another good result for bookmakers, with Stripper starting at 16 to 1. Good odds considering he had won at his previous 2 starts, although were over 1,600 metres, and many considered the shorter distance wouldn't suit him. But he runs on very strongly to win well from Grand Duo. Neradama, foreign interest, trapped wide most of the way. He was the equal favourite, with the long run, who was disappointing.
Grand Duo quickly away, and he's tearing up towards the lead in front of the long run, and then Sir Grecian, Mr. Panga, Stripper midfield. Homet after that good beginning, drifting back now. He's about 5th last with Ramier and then Co from Calcaran. And Baz Kerry is 3 lengths away at the tail of the field. Neradama's gone to the front at the 700 and leads by 3 parts of a length over Grand Duo, with 2 lengths to Foreign Interest third, but 3 wide on the outside of Battle Lomond and Royal Crest the fence. A length Sir Grecian travelling up wide, and then the long run. 2 lengths to Mr. Panga from Stripper Ramier Homet. Co well back with Calcaran and Baz Kerry last as they spin the corner. 400 to go, and Neradama 2 in front of Grand Duo. Foreign Interest given full bore on the outside, running on now. Then the long run into the clear from Stripper on the outside and Battle Lomond. 200 to go. Grand Duo went to Neradama, but Foreign Interest made a line of 3, and here's Stripper. He's going better than the lot of them. Stripper's raced up with 100 to go. Neradama kicking again, but Stripper put his head in front. He's drawing away, and Stripper wins. Stripper beat Neradama, Grand Duo, or Foreign Interest in a photo. Then the long run, Homet and Co, who both made ground.
Carnarvon Bridge hadn't started since the middle of the year, and punters obviously doubted his condition. He eased from opening mark of around 4 to 1 to start 9 to 1. That didn't stop him scoring and giving Neil Williams a change of luck. Neil had some well-fancied mounts during the day, wasn't able to ring up number 1, but he scores here on Carnarvon Bridge with a never say die effort to just edge out New Bliss, whose effort first up I thought was very good. He looked to win 100 metres out and just tired a little on his run, but I think we can follow him over the next few starts.
Little Pete going fast. Satch and Spray Socks from out wide showing a lot of speed, and then Wings of Steel, New Bliss, Sovereign Eulogy and Rincala, who's travelling up very wide. Roving Romeo's trapped about 4 deep running onto that first turn. A break of 3 lengths to Delegate and then Amada. And Carlingford had dropped out to the tail of the field. 700 to go, and Spray Socks went to the lead. A length and a half over Wings of Steel, with Little Pete settling third. Carnarvon Bridge a length away 4th. Sweet Lorenz 5th on the rail. A length and a half to New Bliss, and then a break to Delegate on the fence on the inside of Sovereign Eulogy. Rincala out very wide. Satch and that group of horses from Roving Romeo. A long break to Carlingford and Amada last as they turn. Short of 400 to run, and Spray Socks 2 lengths in front. Little Pete in second spot. Wings of Steel under the whip. Then Sweet Lorenz on the rail from Carnarvon Bridge and New Bliss. Spray Socks the leader. 200 to go. Little Pete the danger. New Bliss warming up, and Sweet Lorenz coming through in the centre, and Carnarvon Bridge. Carnarvon Bridge, Little Pete, Sweet Lorenz and New Bliss. New Bliss, Carnarvon Bridge. Carnarvon Bridge in front. New Bliss lunged, missed, I think. Carnarvon Bridge possibly in a photo from New Bliss. Little Pete third.
There was Terry Spargo spot on there. Carnarvon Bridge did just hold off New Bliss. Both efforts very good. Have a look now at the double and treble information from Queensland Cup Day at Eagle Farm. Firstly, the double, 7 and 10, paid $292.45. The treble, 7, 7 and 10. A healthy dividend here, $5,564.05. I think you earned every bit of it if you got it. And the extra double from Eagle Farm, 8 and 3, paid $66. Today he was sensationally backed on course to firm from 3 to 1 to start equal favourite to 2 to 1. He was poised behind the home We'll start again. He was poised behind the leaders at the home turn. It took him some time to gain the advantage in the straight, but on the line he was driving away from no scolding.
Inside runner, half its outside Dotterell, and 2 off to Tristram's Destiny and Duke to Burglar as they corner. Sprightly Knight went to the lead. Buena Gold is trying to get a break in the centre. No scolding, moved up and grabbed Sprightly Knight. Buena Gold's a length away from Polita Bay. Dotterell with a job in front of it. No scolding, and Sprightly Knight in front of the 150. Buena Gold on the inside having a job to get to them, but it's running to them now. It's no scolding and Buena Gold. Buena Gold, no scolding. Buena Gold put its head in front and the money's got it. Buena Gold gets the prize from no scolding. Sprightly Knight ran third.
No Scolding's effort to hold on for second was quite sound. He was forced wide in the drive to the home turn, so stick with him. The second event was the kindergarten handicap. Desert Vale, under hands and heels riding, just getting tired at the finish, but just lasted from Premier Flight, who makes plenty of territory in the final couple of 100 metres.
Universalis, Splendid Duchess and Satin Symbol. Desert Vale will lead them for home over on the inside. Sandfield, and it is being ridden hard at the moment. A length away next is Premier Flight, and they were followed by Sail Queen. Idle Waters was next. Desert Vale into the straight, shows the way by a length over Sandfield and hard at it on the inside. The rider of Sandfield and first to go for the whip. In third position now, running home fairly, is on the outside Idle Waters, but it's Desert Vale in front. Sandfield is struggling. Premier Flight's coming home hard on the inside. Desert Vale in front of Premier Flight near home, and Desert Vale's going to get the money. Desert Vale by a half length over Premier Flight. Third was either Sandfield or Idle Waters.
Third event went to Sabr Tayeb. He was midfield on the fence at the halfway mark. He gains the upper hand over about the final 150 metres and defeats Spend the Money, beautifully ridden by Mick Dittman. That's him, the grey, running third at the moment, and this is a really good ride from Dittman. Deserved better fate.
Zam by a half on Game Patrol, and there's been no pace for the last 600. Spend the Money holding third. Malamutes 3 wide. Reuters News 4 wide. Out very deep also is Tamburan. A length away is Sabr Tayeb. This is going to be a nice sprint home as they've packed up. Zar King's in the centre. Auto Gold's over on the fence, and Rangong's Pride at the tail with Aloni. Our King Zam in front as they approach the bend. A half on Game Patrol. Out very wide is Tamburan, Malamute and Reuters News deep. Spend the Money is shut away on the inside looking for the split. Zar King was next, and they were followed by Sir Overlander, Auto Gold and Rangong's Pride with Sabr Tayeb and Latin Anvil. Turning for home, they're across the track. Our King Zam in front. Tamburan coming at it. Spend the Money got the split. Malamute was next, and they were followed by Sabr Tayeb. Spend the Money, Tamburan, Malamute and Sabr Tayeb the outside. Our King Zam battling on. Sabr Tayeb and Spend the Money come away. Sabr Tayeb put its head in front of Spend the Money, and Sabr Tayeb will win. Sabr Tayeb by a half length to Spend the Money. Tight for third, Our King Zam or Malamute.
The home turn, you'll notice him just shift off the fence and had momentarily looked in some danger, but straightened up. He went to the line quite strongly, but notice the finishing run of Fair Verdict, ridden by Mick Dittman. He really gets to the line strongly, and when the race is over a little more ground, he's one to follow. Fair Verdict.
Fleming by more than a length. Calm Sir. Starius on the inside. Black Dynamo hooked out. Fair Verdict is deep on the course. Starius giving chase to Fleming with 200 left to run. Fleming is 3/4 to Starius now. It's Fleming a length in front of Starius, trying hard, followed by Fair Verdict. Fleming in front. Fair Verdict and Starius are trying hard, but Fleming punched right out, is going to get the money, and Fleming scores by 3/4 of a length. Fair Verdict. Starius ran third.
The fifth event was the first Glenlee handicap, and probably the most impressive win of the day to Popular, now trained by Neville Begg. He wintered here in Brisbane when trained by Melbourne trainer Tommy Hughes, and this is an eye-catching performance. Popular well back to the home turn, switches to the outside about the 300 metres, and is far, far too strong for the favourite Vain Fury.
Boy, Private Edition and Duchess Liz. They turn the corner. Star Yacht and Tassa together. Star spread 3 wide. 4 out Snappy Girl. Vain Fury's going for a run between them and getting it. Down the outside is Popular with a big run. Star spread took the lead. Popular claimed it. Vain Fury under the whip, followed by Snappy Girl and Baron Blue, but Popular's drawn clear of Snappy Girl. On the inside, Vain Fury plugging on, but Popular's coming away, and Popular scores by 4 lengths to Vain Fury. Snappy Girl ran third.
A typically patient ride from Peter Cook on Koodoo in the 6th event. You'll notice him on the inside, about 7th place, coming towards the home turn, and Cook in the pink colours and blinkers on this horse. They'll be able to pick him up. Cook switches to the outside, and in the last 50 metres he goes on to score from Redder's Fire, who was the leader and battled on very well.
Off to Just Cardo. Inside the 800 now, and Redder's Fire by 3/4. Prince Lorenz a length off to Calaboose, the inside from Victory in Paris. They were followed by Charles Heidzik. Koodoo being urged up on the inside of Jogger. 2 lengths away, Kinfolk in company with Whiskey Dancer, and a distant last is Just Cardo as they're about to turn the corner. Redder's Fire giving its back as a good side by more than a length. Prince Lorenz. Calaboose is being hunted along the inside. Victory in Paris 3 wide, followed by Charles Heidzik. Jogger was next and a gap to Whiskey Dancer. Calaboose is under the whip, but it's out after Redder's Fire. Redder's Fire has a 2-length lead. Charles Heidzik is plugging on the outside, followed by Jogger, Victory in Paris and Koodoo the rails, but Redder's Fire gave them the slip with 100 to run. Koodoo has got the gap, is coming like a rocket. Koodoo after Redder's Fire. Koodoo doing the better, and Koodoo's got up to win the money. Koodoo tipped out Redder's Fire. Third on the outside was Calaboose.
Favourite backers fought back with the success of Red Currant in the 7th event. Scores from Tempestuous, who was last approaching the 600 metres, made a very quick move towards the home turn. At that stage looked a winning chance, but really in the straight was safely held by Red Currant, who was well ridden by young Norris.
Rival Planet 3 wide, Charming Cavalier the centre. Note of Victory's back on the rails, and they were followed by Full of Life Balansky. Tempestuous has taken very deep on the home corner. Into the straight, Red Currant in front. Rival Planet the first to challenge, clear of Charming Cavalier. Here's Tempestuous down the outside with a well-timed run and note of victory the inside. Red Currant inside the 200, the leader. It's shaken off Rival Planet. Tempestuous is battling on, but with 100 left to run. It's Red Currant clear of Tempestuous, and Red Currant will score. Red Currant by a length. Tempestuous. Rival Planet ran third.
Mick Dittman was out of luck earlier in the day at Warwick Farm, but in the 8th event he scores on Benbulben, trained by Tommy Smith, and stable manager Ernie Smith rated Dittman the best rider in Sydney since George Moore after this ride, and it was really a classic. That's Dittman the grey, the second of those greys, in about 6th spot at this stage, came from a wide barrier, and he angles for a run in the straight and goes on to score well.
Gypsy Miss, Highland Lord the inside, Argent out 4 and 5 wide, and Burke's Law are coming after the leaders. They were followed by Prince Harvey under the whip. Benbulben's looking for a split underneath Burke's Law. Inside the 200, Burke's Law claimed by Benbulben. Guri Pride Argent the outside, Highland Lord the inside with less than 100 to go. Benbulben drew to the lead from Highland Lord, and Benbulben's too good. Benbulben wins by 2 lengths to Highland Lord. Gypsy Miss battled on well to get third.
Lotka Star, ridden by Kevin Moses, took out the final event. Came down the centre of the track and goes on to score decisively and finish off quite a good day for punters at Warwick Farm. Noble Beauty and Kingston Melody dead heat for second and quite a good finish. Kingston Melody, another Dittman mounts, who was certainly around the money yesterday, only able to score in that 8th event on Benbulben. But Lotka Star, quite impressive in winning the final event.
Behind them on the fence from Smile and Wave. Lotka Star 3 wide is starting its run, and Tamarin's over on the fence looking for a split, about to get it. Coral Beach has run very wide on the home corner. Noble Beauty went to the lead. The split came for Tamarin. Coral Beach is struggling. Safe Courier and Lotka Star right down the outside running on. Noble Beauty is being tackled by Lotka Star wide out from Kingston Melody, and running on from Tamarin. It's Noble Beauty and Lotka Star. Lotka Star doing the better, and Lotka Star wins the last. Lotka Star 3/4 of a length. Noble Beauty, a nose away third. Kingston Melody, and a head off to
TAB information now from Warwick Farm, and the double there, 5 and 11, paid $15.35, and the treble numbers 6, 5 and 11, the combination $125.70, the dividend. We'll take a break now in sport for the favourite Slick Draw. Wasn't much in it at the finish after the pair had a great battle right down the length of the straight, but Valley of Carome on the outside just gaining the verdict.
In the centre, a gap to Travaway, and then Billowing, and further back then Starlap, and a gap to Dyson. Slick Draw in front, but Valley of Carome moved up quickly at the 250-metre mark. Valley of Carome on the outside, put its head in front now inside the 200 from Slick Draw, is fighting on. They're clear of County, and then Travaway and Billowing. Valley of Carome took the lead from Slick Draw, getting close to home. Travaway down the outside with County. It's Valley of Carome in front. It's stopping near the line. It might have just run on the line. Valley of Carome from Slick Draw. Third is tight. Travaway and County out very wide from Billowing back nearer the rail.
Top trainer Colin Hayes rated Nouvelle Star a likely Oakley Plate candidate after her very impressive win here in the second event. Heavily backed to start favourite at 7 to 4. She's a close second to the home turn and really bolts away over the final stages.
Nouvelle Star is moving up quickly on the outside to get on terms with the leader. They've got to wait 2 or 3 lengths to Solo Performance and Charity and Infant further back, Sheer Style. But the favourite went for home at the 200-metre mark, Nouvelle Star, and she drew out 3 lengths, 4 lengths now in front of Celia Lee. Coming home very well, Lady Mayfair will probably get up and run the place, but Nouvelle Star's going to win easily, and Nouvelle Star's won at about 5 or 6 lengths to Lady Mayfair second. A length away third, Celia Lee from Sheer Style. Kalani misses rattled.
Third event was the first Pelham Stakes, and it went to Skytrain. Had to be desperately ridden by Wayne Treloar with the whip in the straight, but once he does get to the lead late in the race, he goes on to score well from Galliola Court, who puts in a very big finish.
Up on the outside, Skytrain coming after it on the outside, then Renina's Son, Pride of Colina struggling, then Galliola Court, Brave Show in front of the 200, Skytrain on the outside about to get on terms, and Galliola Court, Sabr Tai and Renina's Son. It's Brave Show just in front of Skytrain coming at it on the outside. Skytrain moved up to Brave Show, then Galliola Court coming home late, close to home at Skytrain in front of Galliola Court, and Skytrain scored. Wanted a neck on the line to Galliola Court, a length away third. In the race over on the inside there is Brave Show, fourth Sabr Tai, and Deity came over.
Fourth event was the Rosstown Plate, and the Tommy Smith trained Feeling Fit mixed his form over the Spring Carnival, but on his best performance yesterday to defeat Maya Vita, Aquatorial battling on for third.
They're fighting it out, coming at them, Feeling Fit out in the centre, and they're followed by Bold Diplomat, then Maya Vita and Aquatorial. Feeling Fit moved up at the 200 to tackle Mum's Pride Atchar, and then Maya Vita coming home well. Feeling Fit took the lead, Maya Vita and Aquatorial coming after it, but Feeling Fit in front, Maya Vita wearing it down. Feeling Fit is hanging on though, and Feeling Fit scored. A neck on the line to Maya Vita, a length and a half away, third Aquatorial ahead of Reception. Then quite...
The Eclipse Stakes was the main event at Sandown yesterday. It went to the seasoned performer Allez Bijou. Nice ride here by Greg Hall. You'll notice on the turn out of the straight, Allez Bijou in bright colours with the orange cap, trapped 3 wide, but as the field spreads out a little about the 1600 metres, hauls over to tuck him into the box seat, and came with a well-timed run in the straight to defeat Sean's Pride, who shared the lead with Penny Edition and battled on well, and Dynamo making up ground late for third. That's Allez Bijou on the outside of the leaders at that stage in the orange cap.
Just in front of Fox Seal. Allez Bijou up on the outside and further out Sean's Pride, and there's no pace at all running to the 1800 metre mark. Dynamo is further back on the inside of Niarco Fair. They're followed going out of the straight by Vivacity and Nickleby at last of all past the baton. Out with about 1750 metres to go, and Penny Edition's in front. Penny Edition about a half length to Sean's Pride. 2 lengths further back, Allez Bijou pulling hard around Fox Seal, and Dynamo settled down fairly well on the rail. Then Niarco Fair, the rider high on the irons. Glen Morrison on the fence and 2 or 3 lengths to Vivacity. Outside it came Nickleby and past the baton, starting to go around the outside 3 deep. Into the back straight they race with 1400 metres to go, and over on the inside Penny Edition joined by Sean's Pride. 2.5 lengths further back. Third is Allez Bijou. A length to Dynamo. Fourth, a half to Fox Seal, and then Glen Morrison. Further back then Niarco Fair as the 2 up front start to get clear down the back of the 1250. Penny Edition about a half length to Sean's Pride, and they raced out 4 or 5 lengths. Allez Bijou a length Dynamo. 3/4 Fox Seal, a half length for the back Glen Morrison, then Niarco Fair. Vivacity past the baton, and 2 lengths to the jumper at the 1000 metre mark last of all, and that's Nickleby. It's Penny Edition nearly a length in front as they race up with about 850 metres to go, and second placing is Sean's Pride, about 3 or 4 lengths further back. Allez Bijou, a length further back Dynamo, then Fox Seal, 2 lengths further back Glen Morrison, Niarco Fair. Vivacity about 15 lengths off the lead with past the baton, and 8 lengths to Nickleby. Racing down with about 650 to go. Penny Edition a neck in front. Again Sean's Pride's moved up on the outside to tackle. 3 lengths further back Allez Bijou, then Fox Seal past the baton, pulled to the outside from Dynamo. Niarco Fair. Vivacity second last from Glen Morrison, and last of all Nickleby in the straight. 400 metres to go, and Penny Edition being tackled again by Sean's Pride. Penny Edition and Sean's Pride. Sean's Pride's put his head in front, then Dynamo getting clear, followed by Allez Bijou, and further back is Fox Seal. Sean's Pride in front. Allez Bijou is running him down quickly with 150 to go. It's Allez Bijou. Allez Bijou getting to the front from Sean's Pride, Dynamo and Penny Edition, and Allez Bijou is starting to draw away to win the Eclipse. Allez Bijou by a length and a half, 2, and second placing Sean's Pride. Third home is Dynamo, then came Niarco Fair, further back in the...
Greg Hall riding with great flair and confidence, and a nice ride there on Allez Bijou. Next event was the second Pelham Handicap. It went to the former Queenslander High Cliff, and well ridden by Brent Thompson. He had to be desperately ridden with the whip in the straight to hold off the favourite Vivacite, whose effort was sound. But High Cliff, good to see him back in the winning list.
Folkland trying to get a run up on the inside, and Trigg coming at them further out, and then Maiden Century halfway up the straight, 200 to go. Trigg on the outside, and Muffler moved up quickly, and Ikea starting to finish hard down the outside. It's Muffler, Trigg and Ikea coming at them on the outside, 3 in line. Ikea and Muffler coming to the line. Ikea on the outside doing better, and I think Ikea's won from either Muffler and Trigg. Fourth home in the race is Maiden Century again.
Of course was race 7, going to Muffler from Ikea. And good performance from Ikea to just fail. He came from midfield at the home turn, staged a big finish, and on the line there was nothing much between them. This is the final event, goes to Seaton Vale. That's Kiwi Bride in front at the moment. He looks to the winner most of the way down the straight, but right on the line he's nailed by Seaton Vale, starting at 33 to 1 to have the bookies cheering.
And Lady Vanessa running on fairly, but Kiwi Bride is still doing it well. Now Seaton Vale is coming after it. Kiwi Bride in front. Seaton Vale is wearing it down on the outside. Kiwi Bride just in front. Seaton Vale's lunged at it. They hit the line together. Seaton Vale and Kiwi Bride. Third maybe Lady Vanessa. Wagano flew home.
Double and treble information now from Sandown. Firstly, the double. We've got the numbers there. 1 and 8 paid $18.
Cast your mind back to the final last year at beautiful Gloucester Park in Perth.
Onto the corner they race. Gamelot in front. Here comes Black Irish with a big run. They've cleared out from the rest of them. A race in 2. Gamelot on the inside. Black Irish on the outside. Nose to nose. Black Irish is doing best. And Black Irish is going to win the final. A local win. Black Irish won it from Gamelot.
Although still relatively young, the Australian pacing final has developed a tradition of being won by great horses. And tonight should be no exception. Channel 7 now has pleasure in taking you to Albion Park for our exclusive coverage of the $80,000 Australian Pacing Final.
And all the rage out there at Albion Park is the great Victorian champion, Popular Arm, affectionately known in Brisbane as the Kilmore Killer, starting the race at Albion Park at the incredible odds of 20 to 1 on, the shortest priced favourite in the history of Australian harness racing. But to look at the rest of the field for the 1983 final, let's cross to Albion Park and our guest commentator, Marshall Dobson.
Thank you, David. Certainly a great night here. Certainly a lot of atmosphere at Albion Park Paceway. A huge crowd on hand to see the Kilmore Killer, Popular Arm, do battle with the Wandai Wonder, Queensland's own Wandai's mate. Having a look at the field for the 8th Carlton Australian Pacing Championship final, number 1, Mount Arkin. An outsider is 19 to 1 in the Queensland TAB. Zane Grey, a flashy grey from New South Wales at 22 to 1. Number 3, Runwick, to be driven by ace Queensland pilot Kevin Thomas, is 39 to 1. A scratching is 4, Bedford Castle. Number 5, Glenmore Admiral at 50 to 1 on the Queensland tab. 6, Lord Minbar at 27 to 1. Number 7, Andrew Carome, is 13 to 1. Number 8, Like a Dollar at 40 to 1. Number 9, Just For You, a stablemate of Mount Arkin, is 33 to 1. Number 10, Wandai's Mate, has come up particularly short on the TAB at 5 to 2. A lot of hometown support for the Wandai Wonder. 11, Aussie Battler, is a scratching. And number 12, Popular Arm, is somewhere about 20 to 1 on. 20 to 1 on in the bookmaker's ring. At this stage, he's paying 5 to 2 on the Queensland TAB, but that will shorten. Many bookmakers are betting a Quinella basis here, and in the Quinella of Wandai's Mate and Popular Arm to run first and second in any order is showing odds of 2 to 1 on. So a complete dominance of the field by Popular Arm, and his clash with Wandai's Mate will certainly be a great one. David, back to you.
And welcome back to Channel 7's coverage of the Australian Championship final from Albion Park tonight. But let's go back in time now to Albion Park, in fact to last Saturday night, for the first heat of the championship final, where it was a great race by Popular Arm. It was last on settling. It joined the leaders 3 wide at the 1,000 metres and then raced without cover thereafter to win, coming in ahead of Mount Arkin and 3rd place Andrew Carome.
Glenmore Admiral a neck in front of Popular Arm as they straighten up. In 3rd place Mount Arkin and then Andrew Carome. Popular Arm winding up now. He's gone to the lead. He's about a neck in front of Glenmore Admiral. He's forced to give him a couple of cuts with a whip. Mount Arkin's going to run him to about a length. Popular Arm hits the line and it's Popular Arm first. Popular Arm has beaten Mount Arkin.
And Popular Arm starting at the incredible odds of 60 to 1 on, finishing ahead of Mount Arkin and Andrew Carome. Well, probably the only real threat to the Kilmore Killer tonight is Wandai's Mate. And he ran in the second of the heats at the Albion Park Paceway last Saturday night. Starting at 9 to 4 on, it finished ahead of Zane Grey and Lord Minbar.
Third, then Zane Grey followed by Aussie Battler and Brook Laser, but he releases the brakes on the champ now, and Wandai's Mate has exploded away from them. Wandai's Mate about 4 lengths in front of Lord Minbar and Zane Grey, but it's the Wandai Wonder, and Wandai's Mate goes to the line to win by 3 lengths. Wandai's Mate first, Zane Grey second, Lord Minbar third.
And now the placings in the second heat of the Australian Pacing Championship. Well, the 3rd heat was held on Wednesday night. And again, Popular Arm starting at 80 to 1 on in favourite. It finished ahead of Just For You and Lord Minbar.
4 lengths in front of Runwick, then Lord Minbar running up into 2nd place at the outside. Then Just For You, Zane Grey, Kirby Star and Bedford Castle, but it's all Popular Arm coming around the home turn. Popular Arm about 5 lengths in front of Lord Minbar. Then Runwick, Just For You, Kirby Star and Zane Grey. But it's the Kilmore Killer well clear with 100 metres to go. He's streaking to the line to win it easily. And Popular Arm goes on to win by 5 lengths. Popular Arm first.
And for that great performance, you can see just why Popular Arm is in fact the favourite for tonight's race. The 4th and final championship heat was held on Wednesday night, and it was Wandai's Mate starting at 5 to 1 on in favourite, who got success on Wednesday night.
29.7 that last quarter. In 3rd place, Wandai's Mate, followed on the inside by Like a Dollar and then Andrew Carome. He's opening him up now, and here he comes, Wandai's Mate. He's coming around the field with a great run. Mount Arkin's beaten. Glenmore Admiral tackled by Wandai's Mate. Wandai's Mate has taken the lead on the home turn, and he sprinted straight past Glenmore Admiral. Andrew Carome running on pretty well, but it's Wandai's Mate in front, halfway down the straight, and Wandai's Mate shaken up close to home by Darrell. Goes on to win easily. He beats Andrew Carome by 2 lengths. 4 lengths away third.
And the placings there, Wandai's Mate, Andrew Carome and Glenmore Admiral. And they were the 4 heats leading up to the 1983 Championship final at Albion Park. Well, it appears that the horses are now moving in behind the mobile at Albion Park, so now let's cross to our race commentator, 4BC's Terry Spargo.
The runners are moving up behind the gate for the final. Popular Arm is the favourite on the toad at $1 the win and $1 the place, 2,600 metres the journey, $40,000 the first prize. They're just about set to go. Ready, racing. Glenmore Admiral in the centre was driven out with the whip. Lord Minbar began fast. Zane Grey, Mount Arkin and Like a Dollar fairly away. Popular Arm came out well. He's midfield as they run onto the first turn in front of Wandai's Mate and then Andrew Carome. Just For You's trapped out wide running onto that first turn. He's hooked back to second last and Runwick immediately dropped out to the rear. Lord Minbar took the lead as they run onto the home turn the first time near the 22 and leads by a length and a half over Glenmore Admiral. Like a Dollar is third in the first first, posted without cover. Zane Grey fourth on the rail, and Popular Arms ended up 1 out and 1 back in the early shuffle up. Mount Arkin on the fence is midfield. Inside Andrew Carome. One Day's Mate third last and awkwardly placed on the rail from Just For You, and Runwick whipped them in. 2,000 metres left to go in the final, and Lord Minbar made play. His break 2 lengths over Glenmore Admiral on the inside of Like a Dollar, who has to do it the tough way. He's trapped without cover. Zane Grey on the fence, and then Popular Arm. He's travelling beautifully. 1 out and 1 back. Mount Arkin on the rail on the inside of Andrew Carome, who's 3 back in the running lane. Then One Day's Mate in front of Just For You, and Runwick was last of all. 1,700 metres out as they run past the tea tree, and Lord Minbar is the pilot. It's Lord Minbar, a length and a half to Like a Dollar. A half length Glenmore Admiral. He's third and locked up right behind the pace. Popular Arm travelling beautifully is fourth. Zane Grey on the rail, and then Andrew Carome from Mount Arkin. Just For You still third last. One Day's Mate is awkwardly placed, the One Day Wonder. He's second last. He's keen to go faster but has no room at the moment, and Runwick's a length and a half away at the tail of the field as they go past the 1,400, where Lord Minbar is in front. It's Lord Minbar by a length and a half to Like a Dollar. There's been little change in the order. Glenmore Admiral third on the rail, and still Popular Arm is sitting pretty. 1 by 1 on the outside of the grey, Zane Grey. Andrew Carome attacking the favourite. Mount Arkin on the fence. Then Just For You. One Day's Mate able to sneak off the rail now, but he's back second last. And Runwick was last of all as they come to the judge. The red lights are up. The bell is sounding. They're 1,000 metres away from a $40,000 first prize. And Lord Minbar steers them out of the straight. It's Lord Minbar, a length and a half to Like a Dollar. Still Glenmore Admiral third. Popular Arm fourth. When will night go? Zane Grey on the rail, followed by Mount Arkin, Andrew Carome, Runwick, then Just For You, and One Day's Mate is taking off from the tail of the field as they run past the 700. Dixon on Lord Minbar looked over the shoulder. Now Knight's answered the question. He's gone at the 700. He's taken Poppy to the outside, and he is steamrolling. 600 out, Lord Minbar in front, but on sufferance he's rolled away from the fence. Popular Arm sprinted up on the outside and joined him. Then Glenmore Admiral, Zane Grey, One Day's Mate, a long break, Mount Arkin, Andrew Carome, Runwick, Just For You, and Like a Dollar's had enough. Popular Arm in front past the quarter. He leads a length over Glenmore Admiral, who's under the whip. Then Lord Minbar, Zane Grey, and One Day's Mate on the outside. Knight sitting as quietly as a church mouse. 200 to go. He had a look over the shoulder, straightening up. Glenmore Admiral is second. Then Lord Minbar and One Day's Mate, but now he opens the Kilmore Killer up, and with 100 metres left to go, Popular Arm is coming away. Glenmore Admiral, Lord Minbar and Zane Grey fighting out the minors, but it's all Popular Arm. Hail the conquering champion. Popular Arm wins. Zane Grey second. Third, Lord Minbar or Glenmore Admiral in a photo. Then One Day's Mate, Mount Arkin, Andrew Carome, Just For You, further back Runwick, and last in Like a Dollar.
The coverage of the 1983 Australian Pacing Championship was proudly brought to you by Carlton and
Tayeb can't get a crack at them, and Young Chargers almost through an opening. Zephyr Tai in front. Our King's Am second. Zephyr Tai hanging on. Zephyr Tai's going to win. Oh, what a superb ride by Il Dittman. Thank you very much.
Fifth event was the Cooper Handicap, and very big tip here for Victory in Paris. And Norm Pays and Harry Clark combined here to pull off another big plunge. Victory in Paris, the grey, going up outside the leader at this stage. Just a shade too strong in the final 100 metres.
Victory in Paris and Bold Heather turn together. About 3 lengths on Marla Mutant, 2 to Proud Destiny at the 200. The 2 Warwick Farm Train Gallopers absolutely locked together. Victory in Paris and Bold Heather. A minute Proud Destiny. Victory in Paris on the outside, ahead on Bold Heather. It's Victory in Paris, a neck in front of Bold Heather, and Victory in Paris is forging away. Hands and heels by Pays to the line, and Victory in Paris goes on to win it, a long neck Bold Heather.
The final leg of the treble looked like another victory for Mick Dittman, and Hermod seemed to be in control halfway down the straight, but Koodoo, patiently ridden by Peter Cook, swamps Hermod in the final 50 metres.
Compact field around the corner, and Bellini's rider going now. They straighten. Bellini a length and a half, Cobbler's Fear. Koodoo off the fence. Hermod getting a split 2-length Star Parade, and then comes Bizet on the inside at the 200. Hermod raced up to Bellini, and on the outside Koodoo endeavouring to match Hermod. Claim the Quest is next, but it's Hermod ridden for dear life. A neck in front, Koodoo coming at him. Hermod, Koodoo as they hit the line. Koodoo by a half head to Hermod. Third home was Claim the Quest.
Double and treble information from Warwick Farm. The double on races 5 and 7, and the winning numbers there were 5 and 12. It paid $44.85, while the treble numbers were 1, 5 and 12, paid $262.80. Turn now to the Sandown meeting yesterday, and we have the triple legs there. They were on races 4, 5 and 7. The fourth went to Quiet Conversation, hit the lead about 100 metres out, just held on from Miss Manelli, who made a late lunge.
Solinus Love's put a big gap on them. It's over 3 lengths in front of Sell Talk out in the centre, running home well. Then further back is Jonah Ree, followed by Quiet Conversation, Telmanic and Miss Manelli. It's Solinus Love in front with 150 to go. It's getting tight, and here's Quiet Conversation finishing quickly. Miss Manelli further out from Jonah Ree. Solinus Love folding up. Miss Manelli and Quiet Conversation grabbed it. Quiet Conversation took the lead. Miss Manelli wearing it down. Quiet Conversation in front. It's one. It's one and a hit on the line to Miss Manelli. Third home 2 lengths away is Jonah Ree. Then Solinus.
Strong performance there from Miss Manelli, and I think she won't be long making amends for that second yesterday. The fifth event went to Joy's Mantle, heavily backed, 5 to 2 into 7 to 4. She scores from Lemon Princess, who battled on strongly.
Tackled by Joy's Mantle. Joy's Mantle swept up on the outside to go to the front now from Publisher's Note. Lemon Princess back on the inside, further out Danny Decree from Rule the Turf and Twilight Miss. Joy's Mantle kicked clear at the 150 metre mark, a couple of lengths in front of Credenza, followed further back by Lemon Princess, getting out late, but Joy's Mantle with a big break. Lemon Princess is rattling home but won't bridge the gap, and Joy's Mantle won the money, a length and a quarter on the run to the line. Second Lemon Princess, third might be Rule the Turf on the...
Final leg of the Sandown treble went to Maiden Century, heavily back, 7 to 2 into 9 to 4, so bookies took another hammering on the southern events yesterday. Comes with a very well-timed run. You'll notice it in the black cap. Ikea looks as though he's about to go to the lead there. Looks like he's set for victory, but you'll notice the one in the black cap sweeps down the outside Maiden Century.
Prince Delic further out. Ikea the leader with Maiden Century, and Prince Delic on the outside, the challengers. Ikea just in front with Maiden Century, getting to it on the outside now, takes the lead from Ikea. Then Prince Delic and Gold Noble and Astralin, but Maiden Century comes away and she wins it well. Nearly a length to Ikea, 3/4 third is Prince Delic, and then...
Now the double, treble and extra double information. The double, 1 and 3, the numbers, paid $6.95. The treble on races 4, 5 and 7, the numbers, 7, 1 and 3, paid $43.70. While the extra double on races 6 and 8, the numbers there, 4 and 3, paid $5. That's all we have in racing this morning. We've got a good meeting at Bundamba on Tuesday, 9 events, Eagle Farm Wednesday and Doomben next Saturday. After this break in sports scene, David Lord's whipping boy, Frank O'Callaghan, will be back. The rider of second past the post, Gypsy Circle. Stubbs Pride slices through on the inside, you'll notice, just after straightening, but stewards were of the opinion that the filly shifted ground sufficiently to cost Gypsy Circle the race. Gypsy Circle's only lightly raced, having his second race start. He's by the former champion Gypsy Kingdom, and I think he's a colt who can go on and improve. This is the opening event from Doomben yesterday. It was the 2-year-old handicap over 1,010 metres.
We're all set to go. Starting signal given. Light flashing away on top of the gates. All set. Stubbs Pride just moving around a little bit on the inside. She settles again, and the tender just straightening her up. And now they're ready. Racing Stubbs Pride began quickly near the inside, and Try Rule and going fast with Gypsy Circle in the early stages. Trip Line began only fairly back, worse than midfield on settling down with El Commodore. Tiger Mirage getting back the second last, and Right Advice at the rear. As they run onto the first bend, 800 metres to go. Try Rule and going very fast, leads by a length and a half. Our Mandolin is caught wide on the outside of Gypsy Circle, and Stubbs Pride over on the rails, and then Trip Line followed by another Prouder, and then El Commodore, Bank Coin, Tiger Mirage and Right Advice. Running down the side, 500 metres to go. Try Rule in the leader, a length in front of Gypsy Circle, the centre. Our Mandolin 3 deep, Stubbs Pride the rails. Going up but very wide on the track as they come around the corner is Trip Line, another Prouder and El Commodore just behind them, and then Bank Coin. Try Rule and went wide as they swing for home, and Stubbs Pride's got the run at good enough. On the outside, Gypsy Circle looming up to go to the lead, followed by Our Mandolin and then Trip Line. Here's Stubbs Pride getting that lovely run on the inside, move through to join Gypsy Circle, and they're locked together with 100 metres to go. Stubbs Pride the inside, and Gypsy Circle with Stubbs Pride going just a shade better at the moment. Gypsy Circle kicking again, they hit it. Oh, it's pretty close. Stubbs Pride or Gypsy Circle, not much in it at all. Only a nose between the pair of them. 3 lengths back in third place. I think Bank Coin just...
It was a great finish there. Stubbs Pride getting the photo decision, but Gypsy Circle getting the protest decision. Second event was the maiden handicap. Nice ride here from Mike Pelling on Halloran. He takes full advantage of a good barrier. King Pendragon, who drew the inside, showed a lot of speed early. fact, he was inclined to pull a little bit, and this left Halloran with the sitting shot at him, and he easily ran past the favourite in the last 100 metres. Halloran, Mike Pelling the winner.
Halloran, Crimson Shale and J. Jabberoo showing speed with a martyr shortly after the start, and Beltinga's going fast but caught wide, followed by Accountable settling midfield, just in advance of Track Down, Queen's Knight, King's Control, Golden Barkus, Bastille Bay, and Prospect Miss drops to the rear. Running onto the first bend, about 13.50 to go, and it's Beltinga looming up on the outside to Pogie's nose in front of King Pendragon, who's going a bit keenly. 2 lengths away, third Halloran, followed by Crimson Shale, and then a martyr fifth, a length further back to Accountable, and then J. Jabberoo. Golden Barkus and King's Control going forward on the outside, followed by Queen's Knight, Track Down, then Bastille Bay and Prospect Miss at the rear. 1,000 metres left to go, and it's Beltinga on the outside, sliding to the lead now by almost a length on King Pendragon, who settled a lot better. 4 lengths away in third place, Halloran, followed by Armada picking up ground, and then Crimson Shale Accountable next on the outside. Then Golden Barkus, Track Down going forward, J. Jabberoo next on the rails, and then Bastille Bay, King's Control, Queen's Knight, and Prospect Miss is still last. Coming down the side now, 600 metres left to go, and the leader Beltinga by a length and a half. In second place, King Pendragon coming away from the rails and starting a strong run. He's going up very quickly on the outside, King Pendragon, as they come towards the home turn. Halloran chasing him a couple of lengths to Armada, followed by Crimson Shale, further back Golden Barkus, and then Accountable into the straight. 300 to go. Cook's gone for the whip on the favourite, and it's King Pendragon a length in front of Halloran, who's running on gamely. Looks a bit of a risk on the outside. Accountable picking up ground with Armada, and then Crimson Shale. King Pendragon just in front of Halloran. Halloran's just about got his nose in front of King Pendragon now. It's Halloran ahead in front of King Pendragon, drawing clear close to home Halloran, and Halloran's too good for King Pendragon. Wins it by a half length. 3 lengths away third, either Accountable or Crimson Shale.
Well, Pelling really had to use the whip vigorously in the left hand to get home on Halloran, but not so in the next event when he scored on Handsome Prince. The Toowoomba champion really had plenty up his sleeve over the final stages of the flying handicap. He's now to tackle the Summer Triple Crown. The first leg is the 4X Stakes next Saturday. 2 years ago he almost landed this treble, but I think his worry if he does win next week are going to be weights. He is a great weight carrier, but considering he carried 57 yesterday, a win in the 4X Stakes would certainly lift him up somewhere around the 60 kilos, and that's going to make a very difficult task for him in the final 2 legs.
3 lengths last. Foreign Interest began quickly, and Neradama and Handsome Prince showing a lot of speed with Smitten in the early stages. Swift Avon getting back going, broke up along the inside, and now Blazing Prince drops to the rear. 800 metres left to go. Neradama the outside, and Smitten they're going along stride for stride. Neradama a touch in front. Handsome Prince is going easily, a length and a half away third. Foreign Interest a neck back fourth on the rails, and then going broke Swift Avon. Blazing Prince 2 lengths off last. Coming down the side, 4.50 to go. Smitten the inside just in front of Neradama, 2 to Handsome Prince. A neck to Foreign Interest, then going broke Swift Avon and Blazing Prince around the home turn, 3.50 out. Smitten just in front as they straighten up, leads by a neck. On the outside, Neradama. Handsome Prince now popped the big question. Foreign Interest going for a run in the centre. Swift Avon running on gamely down the outside. Smitten in front, not for long. Here's Handsome Prince. Handsome Prince loomed up on the outside to go to the lead from Smitten and Neradama, and he's too good the top weight. Handsome Prince is spearing away from them close to home. He's going on to win easily. Handsome Prince first, second Neradama, third Swift Avon, or Foreign Interest then.
Yes, it was an easy win there to Handsome Prince, his 18th victory in only 40 starts, a marvellous performer. Fourth event was the Plantation Island graduation. A great finish here. Expletive showed great speed. He looked to be in some danger halfway down the straight. Firstly from Todd Victory over on the inside and Plum Lucky on the outside, but Expletive managed to kick on and just hold off Todd Victory. The abject failure was the favourite, Rickety Kate. She was heavily back to start 6-4. Really only showed speed for about 400 metres, and this was probably the worst race of her career.
Expletive near the inside began quickly. Loudon Road came out fast with Plum Lucky, and the suitor going quickly in the early stages with Rickety Kate. She's up running second, the favourite. Getting back Todd Victory and Kim's Classic drifting back towards the rear. Carnarvon Bridge about midfield, and Polar Mola drops out last. Expletive's going very fast, 9.50 to go. Shot away to lead by 3 lengths. Rickety Kate running second. And Eggaway third, Plum Lucky on the rails, followed by the suitor Todd Victory picking up ground, and then Loudon Road, Carnarvon Bridge, Kim's Classic, and Polar Mola's last. Expletive in front coming down the side, 6.50 out, leads by a length on Rickety Kate in second place. A Eggaway third on the rails, Plum Lucky, and then the suitor a length back fourth, followed by Todd Victory. Carnarvon Bridge is now starting a run, then Loudon Road, Kim's Classic, and Polar Mola's last. Onto the home turn, 4.50 metres to go. Expletive comes to the bend, a length and a half in front of Rickety Kate, who's given full bore. Plum Lucky pushed her out of the way, and she's 4 wide as they swing around the corner, followed by Todd Victory and Kim's Classic. 300 metres left to go, and here's Plum Lucky looming up on the outside. Rickety Kate struggling. It's Plum Lucky just in front of Expletive, and Todd Victory's getting up on the inside. Kim's Classic running on fairly well. Here's a go. Plum Lucky's just in front. Todd Victory's getting up on the inside. And Expletive's kicking again. Kim's Classic down the outside. The four of them going to the line locked together. I think Expletive's won it. I think Expletive's just beaten Todd Victory, Plum Lucky and Kim's Classic. Then Carnarvon Bridge, Loudon Road.
Top finish that. The unlucky runner may have been Kim's Classic. She finished fourth, beaten only a half length, but she was slowly away, and I think she should soon make amends in this class. We'll take a break now in Sports Scene and come back to look at some rather bold riding tactics employed here. The muddling pace in the early and middle stages certainly didn't help the back markers. Graham Cook was first to let go on Haley's Hope along the back straight. He made a lightning bid from midfield to sweep to the lead. Unfortunately, rival jockeys didn't allow Haley's Hope any peace once she did get to the lead, and her effort to finish third under the circumstances was good. But you'll notice John Walk on the winner Kelly's Pool also make a quick bid from about the 800 metres to sweep around the field and share the lead turning for home, and it really was quite a classy performance from Kelly's Pool at only his second start after a break.
Jickery showing speed, and there's the long run. She's four deep but going up fast to run to the lead. Strippers out a bit wide, then Kelly's Pool followed by Haley's Hope, and then Co and Golden ends last. 1400 metres to go as they run onto the first corner, and it's the long run steadied in front now to lead by 2 lengths. In second place, Easy Landing, a length and a half to Segretion, pulling hard. Stripper next in between horses, racing in the centre there of Grey Colnick, and down on the inside is Noble Claudius, and there's Haley's Hope making a quick dash. She's gone right around the field and she's dashed to the lead, Haley's Hope. A long way back, Jickery with Kelly's Pool, Co and Golden ends last. Haley's Hope in front with 1,000 to go, leads by a length and a half on the long run, and Segretion was pulling hard. He's loomed up into second place now. Haley's Hope a half length in front of Segretion, the long run a length away third. Then Grey Colnick Stripper. There's Kelly's Pool taking off around the field. He's gone from nearly last up to go to the lead, Kelly's Pool, and we've got a new leader, 600 metres to go. Kelly's Pool a length in front of Haley's Hope. Segretion a neck away third. Co starting a run on the outside of Grey Colnick. The long run about fifth on the rails, and then Stripper Golden in Easy Landing, followed by Noble Claudius and Jickery last. Onto the home turn, 450 to go. Haley's Hope went through to join Kelly's Pool again. They're together as they straighten up. Segretion in the long run next, followed by Easy Landing. Then Grey Colnick and Stripper down the outside. It's Kelly's Pool in front, 250 to go. He's riding him along hands and heels. He's about a length in front of Haley's Hope. Easy Landing on the inside, the long run, and Grey Colnick finishing gamely, but Kelly's Pool's nicely clear, 50 yards out. It's Kelly's Pool a length in front of Haley's Hope, Easy Landing, and then Grey Colnick, but Kelly's Pool in front as they draw to the line and wins it by a length. Kelly's Pool first, Easy Landing second, Haley's Hope third.
Honours with the winner Kelly's Pool because he had to sustain a long run to score, but certainly Haley's Hope's effort to finish third was very sound under the circumstances. The BASF graduation was race 6 over the middle distance. A couple of very well-backed disappointments here, particularly the favourite Rantan. She was always struggling after receiving a slight check on the turnout of the straight, and Mayo Star, the second favourite. He was never really travelling like a winner, and he was particularly disappointing over the final 600 metres. The race went to Clever Me, trained at Walker and beautifully ridden by Gary Palmer, took full advantage of his inside barrier, just had to alter course in the straight, had a few moments worry there, but once he eased into the clear, he always looked likely to run down Prince Consul, who certainly ran a much improved race.
Clever Me just a shade slow near the inside. Calyptus Lane actually got the best of it, and Gaucho was slow to get going. Towards the outside, Belconda and Prince Consul showing speed, but as they run up to the winning post the first time, it's Calyptus Lane, the leader, just in front of Belconda, who's going fast to vie for the lead on the outside now. In third place, Clever Me, a half length off the lead, followed by Prince Consul a bit wide, and then Magic Cobbler ran 10, a break of 2 then to Mayo Star on the inside of Lahara Lad, and Gaucho's last. Running to the turnout of the straight, 1600 to go, and Rantam was in trouble there. He appeared to get tightened up. The boy had to take hold of him and ease him back out of trouble. The leader, it's Clever Me, but tackled immediately by Prince Consul as they run past the 1400. Prince Consul's gone to the lead now and shot clear. 2 in front of Calyptus Lane, a length away third, Clever Me, a length into Belconda, followed by Magic Cobbler. Then Lahara Lad on the outside of Rantan, Mayo Star, and last of all is Gaucho. Not a great deal of speed on as they run past the 1200. Prince Consul a length and a half in front. Second, Calyptus Lane, 3/4 of a length away third, Clever Me, travelling easily in the rails. Followed then by Belconda, and then Magic Cobbler. Rantan on the inside of Lahara Lad, just tightened up a little bit for room at the moment. Rantan, then Mayo Star and Gaucho's last. 850 metres left to go. Prince Consul making the pace out in front, leads by almost 2 lengths on Calyptus Lane. A half length away third, Clever Me. Fourth the outside, Belconda, then Magic Cobbler, Lahara Lad. Rantan back third last, Mayo Star second last, and Gaucho's last. They start to pack up a little bit as they come down the side. 600 metres left to go. Prince Consul a length in front of Calyptus Lane under the whip. Clever Me pushed along in third place on the rails. Belconda's now starting a quick dash. going up 3 deep. Then Magic Cobbler, Lahara Lad, Rantan hard-ridden, Mayo Star back second last, and Gaucho's last. As they swing around the home turn, 350 to go. Prince Consul leads by almost a length on Belconda. Clever Me trying to sneak up on the inside. Here's Lahara Lad and Magic Cobbler down the outside, both finishing gamely, and then Rantan and Mayo Star. 150 to go. Clever Me switching around the heels of Prince Consul, is tackling him now. It's Prince Consul fighting on. Clever Me drawing to him close to home. Clever Me loomed up to take the lead right on the post and got up to win by a long neck. Clever Me first, second Prince Consul, third Lahara Lad.